everyone, thanks so much for joining me. In this video we're going to cover some back bends from prone position or laying on our belly. And for some, just getting onto the floor, onto our belly is a challenge. So you just kind of, see what will work, if it will work, and we're going to explore Cobra, some variations of Cobra to Locust position to bow. Okay, so just in this spectrum of back bends that are entered from the belly. Okay, and we're just gonna see, what feels good, feels right today. Okay, so heading back onto the mat, we're gonna be starting on the belly here. First, more of a breath exploration. Okay, so just like in every pose, we're trying to set this up in a way that feels like the joints are seamless channels, okay, supported by the muscles, okay, appropriately, effectively, but really as open as possible. Back bends have a real tendency to have this temptation, maybe, to stop the flow. We really want to get into whatever back bend the flexibility seems to allow, and yet compromise, form somewhere. So let's not do that. Let's not do that. So we'll set this up. The first few things that I do is internally rotate the legs from the thigh bone all the way down the leg. So that's turning the thighs, the knees, the ankles in toward each other, and that makes the heels splay out, the toes, the big toes come closer together. So I get all that. Now first, with the breath exploration, you want to feel that you have the longest spine possible, adjusting, right, to make this feel as comfortable as you can. I really recommend that you have your forehead down, okay, but if I do that, I don't know that you'll hear me very well. So, but you want to have this sense of length and space, okay, in the neck, okay, and then just being here and letting your breath slow down, okay, creates a sense of length and space. So after you're here for 2 or 3 breaths or more, adjust, okay, use your upper body, okay, realign here, reaffirm all the alignment of the lower body, lower half of the body. So you've really got, you're starting this back bend with the optimal space possible. And then bringing some engagement. So I'm actually going to start from the feet, from the legs, and still thinking about, so if you've watched other videos, I repeat a ton, but those center lines, okay, so the center lines exist in everything we do. So the center lines of the feet, okay, are parallel to each other. So I'm going to gently press the tops of the feet down into the mat to start to feel the muscles engage upward, okay? So I'm drawing the center line, across the heels, across the balls of the feet, the center line of the foot, okay, of each foot, up, feeling the thigh muscles engage, okay? So I'm going to draw energy up, in toward the midline, okay? Continuing as I come into Cobra, okay? So coming onto my forearms, and we tend, I see this a lot, the setup for a lot of students tends to be more at an angle, which makes the energy go more down and out. So position your arms as best you can so that your elbows are in line with your shoulders, even if they need to be forward of the shoulders, okay, just depending on your spine flexibility. But you want to feel like you're bringing energy actively up, okay, from your feet all the way up, beyond the crown of the head, and in toward the midline. Once you've got those 2 phases, then you can work from the center line, expanding energy out, but we need to have a sense of security, a sense of space before we can expand, okay? So I start out sometimes with the palms face up. You can turn the palms face down at any time. As I'm bringing energy up, okay, here, okay, I'm also bringing energy up from my hands, okay, drawing energy up from beyond the wrists, the elbows, making sure the head of the arm bones are in the shoulders, and lengthening, breathing, okay? So I want to feel this, again, this seamless channels for the breath. So I've got from the center lines of the feet, energy coming up to the inner thighs, pelvic floor, base of glutes, to the belly button, from the belly button to between shoulder blades, from between the shoulder blades to the sternum, sternum to the center of the throat, to the base of the skull, to the crown of the head, okay? And continually seeking length. So I'm really feeling this sense of the base of my skull pulling in a good way, in a positive way, creating length and space, okay? So basically I'm creating space from the crown of my head to my tailbone, and my legs, my arms, my sides, okay, and my abs, everything is supporting all of that length. So here's a version of Cobra, taking it up a notch, okay? I'm going to enhance, okay, the degree of the back bend without sacrificing breath. So your hands could stay on the mat. A lot of the time I'll take them off out to the sides. Okay, I think I'm sort of starting to turn my mat. But you want to make sure you don't lose your neck. Okay, so active from your feet, legs, seamless channels, head of the arm bones and the shoulder joints, still squeezing energy up in toward the midline. You can take a break at any time. I'm just going to continue showing the different variations. Okay, trying to grow the length of the back of the neck. Okay, breathing, maybe, okay, so still energy, can't say this enough. Up and in toward the midline, making sure you're breathing well, maybe adding a bend of the knees, okay? Again, no pinch anywhere. I cannot bring my toes to my head, okay? But maybe one day or in some lifetime, okay, from now, but still enjoying, okay, whatever back bend you're in, okay? Lowering, I'm gonna head right into Locust. Okay, so I start out, a lot of the time when I teach this, I'll set this up so that the fingers start out down, okay, so but yet we're active, okay? So same things, everything is the same as far as the alignment, okay? It starts out with that internal rotation, we've got the center lines, active, bringing energy up in toward the midline, okay? Pressing into the hands, keeping the heart open, when ready, lifting legs, okay? Not letting them splay out. So active, breathing. At any point, okay, so the arms are already active, lifting them up, okay? Arm energy, leg energy, doing the same work, okay? And look, there's so many, I couldn't possibly, right, talk about all the different variations that you can do, okay, with the arms, so many, okay? And it goes right into, okay, potentially bow pose, okay? If your feet, ankles are handy, you can take hold. If they're not, okay, you pretend they are. You can use a strap. Usually I think we get a more effective sense of awareness without worrying about the strap, okay? If you're able to take hold of your legs, everything is extremely active. I like to flex the feet, so I take hold of my ankles, okay, and I'm reaffirming, okay, keeping that line, okay, the center line. I'm totally starting to get fatigued here. But bringing energy up in toward the midline, kicking back, lengthening, and really making sure that there's no struggle or stress anywhere in the spine, including the neck. Love, 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 and love more. And then as you lower down, okay, everything is mindful. So as you exit any one of those positions, reaffirm, okay, that internal rotation of the legs, the length of the spine, the quality, okay, of how the body receives breath. So how we begin is how we end, okay, with that breath, exploration and awareness. And the hope is that when you end, okay, that whatever back bend sequence you choose, you feel that your body is receiving more breath. You have enhanced the space, okay, for your breath, and therefore enhanced the quality of how you're receiving breath and the length of it and the depth of it. And then once you know you're done with back bends, okay, then you press either to all fours or to child's pose. Knees could be apart or together. I love to reach in child's pose, make it more of an extension, okay, maybe shifting side to side. And then as always, here coming into a seated position just as a check-in. Noticing how you feel in the shoulders, the neck, the spine. So a whole spectrum of back bends on the belly from Cobra, okay, and a kind of a growth, okay, of Cobra coming up a little taller maybe, to locust position, so Shalabhasana, okay, so we've got Bhujangasana to Shalabhasana to, I think I'm saying that right, Dhanurasana to bow pose, okay, so all hopefully so good, and that you feel excellent at the end. So I hope that this was helpful. Would love to hear from you. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.